Hi everybody, it's midterm time. It's Thursday and roughly 10 p.m. tonight, Thursday, the midterm will be available for anybody to take. I want to make a couple of comments on the midterm to help prepare you to go in to take it and for you to understand directions and what's expected and that sort of stuff. Okay, so the midterm is 30 multiple choice questions and a few short answer questions. I'll talk about that in a second. But the 30 multiple choice questions, each multiple choice question is worth 2 points. So 60 out of 100 in the short answer will make up the rest. The multiple choice questions come from Chapter 2, Founding of the Nation, Chapter 3, Federalism, Chapter 9, Congress, Chapter 10, the President, and Chapter 12, Federal Courts. All right? It all should be accessible via book or a PowerPoint or a video. But that's the multiple choice part. Okay? The short answer. I like to give, at least on some parts of the midterm, choice as to what you answer or don't answer. For this midterm, the short answer questions, there are 8. 8 short answer questions. However, you only need to answer 5 of them. So choose 5 of the 8 to answer, or to put it another way, don't answer the 3 short answers that you think might be hardest or you're not sure on. Each short answer is worth 8 points, and you answer 5. They're each worth 8 points, 40 points. That gets you to 100 total points for the exam. Yay! Let's see. On the short answer, like I said again, sounds repetitive, but reel it in there. Answer 5 of 8. If you answer all 8, it will do no good for you. I will only grade and count the first 5 short answer questions I encounter. I have had students many times answer all the short answers, hoping that it'll get them, something else, or maybe I'll just grade the first, or the correct ones, even though I say I never do. I just do them in order if you answer all of them. And sometimes the student will get like the last 3 correct, but the first 3 wrong, and it's like, I can't count the correct ones. It's so sad. Cool. Okay, other particulars on the exam. You have 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete it. All right? You can use your book, notes, PowerPoint, videos, any articles or whatever that is on the course Moodle page. If I have not somehow indicated to you that you should go visit a web page for information or something like that, don't use it. If you Google anything, if you use Wikipedia for anything, if you even do in-depth research in academic peer-reviewed journals and call like Obama and get a sit down with him and ask him questions to try and answer these this midterm questions. If I can get a whiff that you've done any of that, I'm just going to give you a 0 for the whole entire midterm. If you use an internet source any source that I have not put down there for you, then you'll get a 0 for the whole thing. I do have reasons for this. Okay, so just trust me on this. I don't want you to get anything wrong. I don't want anybody to get a 0 on the midterm. I don't want people to learn. So pretend the internet does not exist while you're doing the midterm, and we'll be fine. Okay? There are some instructions. A lot of it's just reiterating stuff I've said. Once you open up the exam itself, the first 4 sort of short answer question boxes available to you are some instructions. I would suggest reading through all of those. And then after those 4 sort of essay short answer box things with instructions, you'll have 30 multiple choice questions covering those 5 chapters, 2, 3, 9, 8, 12. And then underneath those 30 multiple choice questions, you'll have 8 short answers. Answer only 5 of the 8. Answer the 5 that you think you know the best, or you know most of the stuff. Bear with me one second. Let me just pull this thing up real quick. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I have it all on one page, so you don't have to move around. It makes me nervous. Okay, so you, like I said, can use the book, whatever, but I would suggest reviewing the material beforehand and having an idea of where things are so that you're not looking for every single question, looking them all up and searching throughout the book. I put a time limit on there in part to ensure that you look and study before you go into the midterm, so you don't have an infinite amount of time to through it. So on the short answer, depending on the question, your answer should be somewhere between 2 sentences, maybe 3 sentences, and, listen carefully, 2 paragraphs. There are going to be some short answer questions that lend themselves to very quick and easy, boom, 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 you're done answers. There are going to be some that are going to take a little more explanation, maybe 2 4-sentence paragraphs or something. You want to make sure that you answer the short answer directly and don't talk around the question, talk at the question. Make sure you hit any point that the question asks for, hits all the points. One other thing to look out for when answering the short answer questions, you can, again, use the resources I have provided. However, don't just copy the information from the book or from notes or PowerPoints or videos or whatever. There should be no copying, pasting. I want you to provide all the information in your own words. That can be difficult at times, especially if you have the information in front of you. So here's what I suggest doing. Let's say I ask you to provide a definition of a categorical grant. You're like, what is a definition of a categorical grant? I can't remember. You pull out your book. This is my book example. You pull out your book, you're flipping through it. Found it, categorical grant. Read the definition, okay? You put your book down to the side, and then you start typing the definition out. If you do it like that, you'll probably, even if you don't put it in the exact same words, you'll probably get it a little too close to what it says in the book. And you want to avoid doing that because I want to see that you've processed the information and can say it back to me. So here's what I suggest doing. Read it, understand it, put the book aside, wait, say a minute to 2 minutes, maybe read another question, then come back and just type out the definition of a categorical grant as if you were explaining it verbally to me. You could even say, hey Robert, the definition of a categorical grant is it's a grant provided by the federal government to the states for a very specific purpose. There's lots of strings attached with it, and the state has a lot more strict accounting it has to follow to get the categorical grant or whatever. If you literally wrote all of that down, just like that with all the ums and likes and whatever, be fine. Just make sure the information is clear. So think about that conversational style and how that I think can demonstrate that you've processed the information and aren't just copying and pasting. If you copy and paste an answer from somewhere, from an improved source, you're going to get a 0 on the question. And again, stress this enough. Don't use the internet other than the stuff that's on the Moodle page. All right. Have fun. Thank you.